The climate crisis results from emissions of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases are gases that trap radiation and warm the atmosphere. This has a number of consequences for our weather and for our climate. It leads to an increased frequency and severity of extreme events, things like droughts, heat waves, floods. But it also, through changes in weather, it also affects climate, which is weather averaged over a longer period of time, which then in turn affects ecosystems, forests, grassland. It affects animals, species that live in these ecosystems, and also human societies.
The impacts of climate change do not fall equally on all people around the world. We know that people living on island nations are experiencing sea rise at a rapid rate, and that's going to have a particular impact on those people. But we can also think about how the long histories of colonialism and capitalism have affected Black, Indigenous, and people of color in particular ways, and how that is those patterns, those unequal patterns, are going to continue to play out as the climate crisis increases.
In Department of Geography and SFU, we have majors, minors, and certificates in different areas of geography, including physical geography, human geography, as well as global environmental systems.
In my classes, I teach students how the atmosphere works. I help them to understand the causes of climate change. But then we also talk about changes in the atmosphere affect changes in all other systems. So again, living things, soil, water, and how these interplay between the different systems can actually amplify the changes to the system.
Vancouver and Burnaby are very beautiful and vibrant multicultural cities. So in Vancouver and Burnaby, we will have the opportunities to investigate lots of topics in the physical geography and human geography, such as there are mountains, oceans, rivers, lots of forest topics in the physical geography. And we can also study the population, urbanization, power, justice. So these are topics in the human geography.
The thing that really is a strength of SFU Geography is that you can enter geography from a wide array of angles.
Physical geography focuses on the biophysical environment of the Earth. So this means the surface of the Earth, including things like the soil and the rocks. It includes the air that we breathe. It includes living things on the Earth, such as trees, animals, and it also includes water.
Human geography, to me, is really about thinking about how humans relate to their environment, how places and humans interact with one another, and I should say all other species as well, and how in the midst of those relationships we really create places. Places are informed and given meaning through those relationships.
Remote sensing is about collecting image remotely, such as by a drone, by a satellite, or airplanes, and then we can extract valuable information from the image. So that's the remote sensing. And GIS on the other side is the spatial analysis. So let's say we can use the image to investigate the patterns of the mountains or forest. So that's a tool for the spatial analysis.
What inspired me to study geography was the diversity of what I'm able to study in SFU's geography department. Within geography, I was able to apply my love of the sciences to the environment, environmental problems such as climate change.
One thing that some people don't know about SFU geography courses is that we tend to go outside a lot, outside of the classroom to learn.
One thing about the department that I'm really proud of is how well we collaborate with one another, and I think that's really apparent in the courses we offer as well.
Geography brings both the physical and the human aspects together. This is key to understanding the problems, but also understanding how humans can contribute to a solution.